All right, guys. Hey, listen up. Listen up. Tonight it's Friday night. You got a big Saturday coming up. If Saturday's the only day you're working, big holiday weekend. Listen, if you're still up, which you shouldn't be, um, you know, get you some rest. Make sure you wake up in the morning, you stretch, get ready to go, guys. Like it's going to be a long day. We got Christmas coming up. And you guys should be excited. Like, listen, guys, this is a big time of year for barbers. It is. It is somewhat comparable, in my opinion, to Christmas. Or not to Christmas, to back to school. Sorry, somewhat comparable to back to school, guys. And I hope you all have had a good Christmas season this far. You know, getting to where we are. If you didn't, guys, you got some things to work on. Right, we got to work on our promotion. We got to work on all of those things going into next year. You got some things to work on because this is a busy time of year, um, and it's really would really get overrun um, for a lot of people. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. It's a busy time of year. Plan it out. Plan it accordingly. Make sure you eat lunch. Make sure you eat. Make sure you eat during the day, guys. You don't want to be falling out or weak because you're like, oh, I don't have time to eat. No, man, take you some time. Eat you some peanut butter crackers, peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I don't care what it is. You need to eat something. All right. Please eat something. Don't do it. Do not do it. Don't be that guy or that girl in there and you're working like crazy and you're not eating. Just don't do it, guys. Just don't do it. But anyways, guys, if you don't know, this is the Band of Barbers podcast. It's your first time tuning in. I appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. I'm your host, Devon Evans, and welcome. Welcome to the band. Welcome to the tribe. I appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. Um, don't really have a whole lot for you. I got a lot scheduled for tomorrow for me personally, so I'm not gonna be before you long. Just want to give you guys some encouragement as we go into this final portion of this holiday. Um, it's it's been a good time, right? We've had a good year. I'm super surprised how fast Christmas came. Like that is it. Listen, it this year. I don't know about for a lot of people, but for me, this year has flown by without hesitation. Absolutely flown by. And I'm excited for what 2024 brings, but it has just flown by without a doubt. So, you know, either way, just wanted to say that to you guys. Um, guys, I really want you to understand something, and this is especially for my new barbers, and even my old barbers. And when I say new barbers, listen, I'm talking about people who are licensed and in a shop, right? You've gone through school, you've gone through your trainings. Now, you've done your things. Now you're in the shop. Look, this is what I will say to you, and I just need you to understand this, right? Those senior barbers or whoever the owner of the shop is, like nobody is trying to block your shine when they're trying to help you they're trying to help you with new information, right? They're not. Listen, a barber who owns this shop and who has given you a job, they're doing it, one, to give you an opportunity, and two, to share with you what's going, like they want to share game with you. They want you to be in their circle and provide services to the clients that come into the shop in a professional and in a respectful manner. It surprises me a lot of times about how people will come into they come into a new situation, and when they come into this situation, they come in and they just don't want to change. They want different results, but they don't want to go through the effort of what it takes to achieve the different or the new results. They want to be the same person that they are, but they want now all of these new results. It just doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. You cannot get new results being the same person. If you were able to get the better results that you wanted, you would have got them long before, when you were still in your old habits. So a new environment, and this is where a lot of people make a mistake. A new environment does not necessarily demand that your results are going to be different, especially if you don't change who you are. And oh, I want to stay true to me. Who is true to you? Because true to you isn't sabotaging your opportunities, and I see it happen all the time. True to you is not sabotaging your opportunities. Oh, you know, like, and I've seen this, and I understand. Like, okay, I understand that you may have been, a street dude, or you may have been in prison, or anything like that. But you are now in a professional environment with a professional license, right? You got a professional license, and you now have this opportunity. Those rules that may have applied in the streets, they don't apply behind the chair. They just don't. They do not apply behind the chair. Oh, I ain't gonna be disrespected. You are, cause that's just a part of business. Oh, ain't nobody gonna talk to me no any type of way. They will, because that's a part of business. That is a part of business. Do you understand that? Like, that is a part, that those are things that happen. Those are things that happen. And I'm saying that the customer, am I saying that the customer is always right? Absolutely not. It's not what I'm saying. I am not saying that the customer is always right. What I am saying is that the customer deserves to be treated with respect, no matter how disrespectful they may get. And this is what you have to keep in mind. When you get into a moment where someone jumps to disrespect, remain respectful. Take a breath, breathe, remain respectful, right? If you get a client and they get out of the chair and they in the mirror and they're looking at it and they're trying to figure out, oh, is this right? Oh, is this right? Don't get frustrated with them. Do not get frustrated with them. Because honestly, guys, they may tell you something that you miss. It's just that simple. They might tell you something that you missed, that you did not see. It it happens. We're humans, which means that we're going to make mistakes, which means that there are going to be oversights, which means that those things happen. And if a customer who is paying you money, a customer who is paying you money says something is wrong, now there is a line, but you hear them out with respect. Hear them out with respect. You don't have to match their disrespectful or rude energy. There's no reason for that. There is absolutely no reason for that. And you have to keep in mind. And I heard a barber say this last night, and I thought it was so good. He said, "I work for them," and that's the truth. You work for your customers. Now, all the other results that you receive from that, being able to take care of your family, being able to take off and do all of those sorts of things, those are all things that are relevant. But at the top, you work for them. Because if you don't have them, you don't have a job. Do we under like it's simple supply and demand. If you have no if you have no demand, there's no need for your supply. If you have no demand, there is no need for supply. Period. It doesn't get much simpler than that. It's not complicated. No, it's just not. And you think of the bring yourself, come down a couple pedals, come down a couple steps on this high and mighty attitude, right? You get them in a chair and you beating them unconscious with them daggone clippers. Because you mad with them. Nah, man. No. You don't want to cut them, just say no. That's it. If you don't want to cut them, just say no. Again, you don't necessarily have to say, no, I'm not cutting you. You don't have to say that. You could say that if you cut them before and you don't like them, or however you want to put it, you can respectfully say, I do not believe that I'm the barber for you. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Or you can say, I don't believe I don't believe that you're the client for me, and I'm not the barber for you. Listen. Now, here's the caveat to that. If you tell them I don't believe that you're the client for me, be prepared to have an exchange of words. A professional exchange for words. You can just plainly say, I'm not the barber for you. I don't feel, and even listen, even if it's not true, you can say, I'm not the barber for you. I do not believe I have the skill set that you are looking for in a service. Who gonna argue with that? Who really gonna say something negative about that? I don't know. I don't know. I don't really see it being a negative situation, but you may see something different. You may believe something different. But you ain't gotta. You ain't. I'm gonna tell them what's on my mind. You ain't gotta do all that, man. Calm down. Calm down. This isn't the streets. This isn't the wherever you. Like you ain't got to prove anything to anybody. Say what you say what you believe, and stand on that. Since the new thing is standing on business, stand on what you believe. See, but the problem is that a lot of you won't stand on what you believe because you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. You can say things in a very, very professional manner. If I went into a shop and a barber told me, I do not believe that I'm the barber for you, and my reasoning being I don't believe that I have the skill set that you're looking for, who's gonna argue with that? Who's gonna argue with it? Unless I'm just saying. Just saying, guys. But like, man. And I lost it. I don't know where I was going with that. But like, guys, like, listen, you got to going into 2024. We have to control our business. We have to do what is good for our business. Right? Now, in my career, in my professional career behind a chair, and I can only think of 2 clients for me personally that I mean they kind of work themselves out, but I can only think of 2 clients for me personally that I should have told them I'm not the barber for you. 2 out of the thousands of clients that I've had, I can think of 2. And I was like, man, had I just said, I'm not really the barber for you. They went on their merry way, and they did what they did. They found a barber that worked for them, so on and so forth. But like I have certain standards. I have certain ideas. I have certain, ideals as far as like how we're gonna manage, how I manage my chair. I'm not for everybody. Let me be clear. I am not for everybody. I don't desire to be for everybody. It's just not my desire. And that's okay. Now, when I say I'm not for everybody, does that mean that I do not know how to provide services to a wide array of clients? No. I do. I do understand how to provide services to a wide array of clients. Because like I've said before, you can't just generalize. You can't just generalize like I'm only cutting kinky, wavy, curly hair. Can't you just generalize that? Say, oh, I'm not fooling no straight hair. In this day and age, hair is hair, right? I'm just gonna say it. There's no black barber book, and there's no white barber book. The books come with all the information. Now you might not have thought it was relevant to you, but the books come with all the information. Just telling you, it's what it is. All the information is there. Just look at it. When they talk about hair and hair types and everything like that, 1 through 4, 1 through 4, A, B, and C, when they talk about all that kind of stuff, nowhere in there does it have nowhere in that does it have a race attached to it. It's hair. Hair is hair is hair. Believe it or not, that's what it is. It's what it is. Take it for what you want. Believe me or not, you stick around this game long enough, you'll figure it out. You will. And that's one of the like important things that I need you guys to understand. Like, the game and the knowledge cannot be rushed. The game and the knowledge cannot be rushed. Right? We talked about it last night. You're going to have to get the reps in. You're going to have to get your reps in. Your repetitions are going to have to be done. Are we clear? There's no skipping over that. You struggling with something, you haven't seen it enough, you haven't done it enough, you haven't asked enough questions. You haven't been in the situation enough to understand how it works. Oh, I'm not going to do that because that's hard. Oh, okay. Many people I know, they're like, oh, I'm not doing this. Oh, I'm not doing this because they're going to close off their, they're going to close off revenue streams because they don't want to learn. The average price of barber school right now is like 12 grand. Some of you didn't pay that much for the car you drive right now. So you pay 12 grand to go to school to learn, but you like, nah, I'm not gonna learn all of it. I'm not even gonna think about most of that stuff because most of my people, they want tapers and undercuts and all they want this long hair and so on and so forth. That's cool. That's understandable. But what happens when you get older and they get older? When they stop with all these fad hairstyles. When I went to school, when I was in elementary, middle, and high school, right? The popular style at the time for my peers was braids. My peers, the popular style was braids. And a lot of them won't even getting a haircut. They was just getting the joint braided. Now, my belief, it may be, but they got their hair braided so long, like when you see them now, they're thin. They don't have braids no more. They got, low cuts. Their corners are receding, or they don't have any corners at all. It's a different texture of hair right there in the front versus the rest of the hair. It may not match. There may be a cowlick now in the front. Like all of these types of things. But I had to learn to work with all hair. not just one style within a group. You know, I've seen barbers that could do that. Crazy enough, like they can do an Edgar cut, right? And a crispy lineup and all that kind of stuff. They could do all of that. You know, good tapers, high tapers, low tapers, mid tapers, Edgar tapers, taper the back of the neck. But if you ask them to do a ball fade, they leave more rings than the chili bowl. Hmm. They learn how to work in that little small area, but they don't understand how to fade the entire hair out. Or they get it. Maybe they don't leave lines, but they leave dark spots all over the place because they don't understand how to detail in a large space. I mean, a lot of these. I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of these, like in my opinion, what I've seen, a lot of these Edgar cuts, they do like a number three, and then they do a clipper open, and they leave this big, dark, bold spot. Okay, I don't know. I don't know, guys, and I hate to sound like the old guy that's just complain. I'm not like I'm really not just complaining. Like I really want you guys to be better, but I really need you to understand the mentality that you have towards the situation may actually be blocking you. The mentality that you have to what's going on may be blocking your success. Oh man, I got me a shop. It's just so I can cut my homies. Yeah, all right, okay. I got a lot of people I consider to be my friends, and of my peer and friend group of people that I would have hung out with before or hang out with now. Those people that actually come sit in my chair are very small compared to the amount of people whom I know or whom are friends with me, and we're friends. Very few, very few, and I've been at this for a while. Very few people that live in my area, that live around me, that like I post stuff on my socials and everything like that. Nope, don't want nothing. Wouldn't give me a chance. Wouldn't give me a chance. So if you plan on just building it off of your friends, most of your friends probably ain't gonna give you a chance. They gonna say, "Oh, dog, I rock with you and everything like that," but so and so been my barber for a minute. He really understands how I want my hair cut. I don't have to explain nothing to it. Or nah, man, I can't really rock with that because if you mess up, you can't have me out here looking crazy. I don't know, guys. Either way, guys, listen, please enjoy your holidays, spend time with your family, kiss your loved ones, make memories. Uh, 2023 is almost at an end. Get ready to go into 2024. Guys, I thank you for tuning in to the Band of Barbers podcast. I'm your host, Devon Evans. Please like, comment, share, subscribe so we can grow the tribe. Thank you again. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening.